Welcome to Paul's Kitchen. This is Chef Paul. With me today is no one. Amy's sleeping because she's got to work tonight. And Alex isn't here yet. I think he has something he has to do anyways. And somebody brought up an important question. What's the best burger that you can make? Because let's be honest, going to Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King, you'll get a fast burger, and it's good for fast food, but it's not a good burger. So how do you resolve that issue? How can you make a burger at home and have it be really good? Like even better than good, something that you'd be proud of uh, to serve to your friends, something that you'd be proud to, uh, something you'd be very proud to serve to your family, and you know it's going to be good. Well, that's easy. So we got some steak. It's a good cut. It's very lean. There's not a whole lot of fat to it. And I got a food processor here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sit and put my pieces of steak, which I've already cut. It's mostly thawed. It's not 100%, but it's pretty darn close. And we're going to put this through the food processor, and then we're going to process it until it comes into ground meat, until it comes into a ground consistency, and that's really easy. So now this could be loud for a second. Amy's going to kill me if she wakes up, but so we'll see. See how we're doing here. It's not perfectly ground yet, but it's getting there. Now, if you don't have a good food processor, you might want to skip this step. I suggest buying a Ninja. The Ninja food processor is actually pretty cheap. They're only like less than $30, I believe. And they're pretty powerful. Alright, so that's ground enough for me. So give me a second, I'm going to put this down. Give me 2 seconds, guys. So what I'm going to use here, guys, is some apple wood, a little bit of liquid smoke, but you want to be careful not to use a lot. You just put a little bit, and then I'm going to put some black peppercorn, and then all you're going to do, and I'm not going to film the rest of it, mix that up really good, and then make it into patties, and then you want to stick it in the freezer for a little bit until it firms up. And that's going to be it for now, and then we'll come back. I'll show you the sauce, the toppings, I'll show you what it looks like cooked, and I'm telling you, it's going to be really good. So we'll be back in a little bit. So all you do is just take a little bit of that. If you want to put extra spice in, you can. Not a big deal. Just put that in there, and put your patties into the fridge or freezer, and it will make it a little bit more firmer. So when you cook it, it's going to be firm and it'll stay that way. So we'll be back soon. So welcome back. So before we go any further, please hit the like, share, subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to us. It really does help. Because this is really what making cooking great again is all about. You don't have to use steak. You can use pork tenderloin. You can use any other cuts of meat. If you don't have ground beef, you can use ground beef, but by cutting a better cut of meat is going to give you a much better flavor, much better taste, and it's much healthier. So the next part of what we need to worry about is what are we eating with our burger? What does most restaurants serve with your burger? French fries. It's just Amy and I. And we might make poutine out of this, but we'll just do potatoes for now. So we got these potatoes, and I'm not going to peel them. They're just washed. And the reason I don't peel them is the skin gives off gives a lot of nutrients and vitamins, so why get rid of them? Now, if you want poutine, the only other thing you're going to need is gravy, and you're also going to need some cheese. That's basically it. But one thing we're going to do, we're going to get rid of a lot of starch before we cook this. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the potatoes into the wedges that we want, and then we're going to put them into a bowl of water. Some people like to put ice. I don't think you really need it. But you're just going to cut the potatoes up into your fries and then put them into the water for about 30 minutes. Then you drain them, then you cook them. Pour 25, add whatever spice you like with it. Not a big deal, and that should be it. So give it about 30 minutes, and when we're ready to cook, we'll take them out of the water and dry them off as much as we can. I'm not going to use a paper towel. I'm not going to do anything else like that. Don't need to, but it is going to dry. The major thing is don't use salt. Never use salt until the very end when it's all done. So we'll be back soon. So we're back. Very close to supper time now. I've got our fries soaking in here, and you can see how grimy and wet this is. Guys, soak your potatoes for 30 minutes. It's very important. I can't stress this enough. So I'm going to take this over to the sink here, and I'm going to drain this out here, and now you can see all this gook. Like, that's your potatoes. I cleaned the potatoes before we cut them.
Yeah.
And this is what we got. So now I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to give it a quick rinse. Now, if you really want to go next level, you can take a little bit of time and you can dry these out. We're not going to. It's a time waster. You don't need to. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on this. It'll help them firm up a little bit. And the only thing I think we'll add today is this black pepper. Now I got the oven preheating to 450 right now. Our oven's pretty slow when it comes to getting preheat done.
Yeah.
But it works really, really good. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much. I'll take slowness with high performance over anything else. Give me 1 second. So once you start making your fries this way, it's going to work out so much better. It really, really will. This will give you crispier, it'll give you better potatoes. So I got a baking tray here lined with parchment paper. This is so nothing really sticks. I'm just going to put a glove in my hand so that I can get everything coated. So I'm not going to spend the next year trying to clean grease off my hand. You can get cooking gloves fairly cheap from Amazon. They're not expensive at all. They just basically make things a little bit easier. And lining this with parchment paper honestly is going to make things a lot better. We're going to bake this for about 20 minutes, but pay attention because everybody's oven is different. Some ovens work better than others. You may need to take a little longer, or you may not need it nearly as long. Everybody's going to be different. So pay attention in between and like halfway. So if you're cooking for 20 minutes, 10 minutes in, take them out and just flip them. Take a little fork or spatula or whatever. Try not to overlap if you can. If you have a large family or you're like Amy and like to eat a lot.
No.
Then you're going to want to, you might need to do 2 runs. Not perfect, but that's good. Okay, so we're just waiting for the oven to preheat. And now we're going to do the important part, sauce. Because we need burger sauce. Because, I mean, who wants a burger without sauce, right? That's just craziness. We need sauce. So, this is close, but not quite the Big Mac sauce. So, I'm not making a big thing of sauce here. It's just enough for 2 burgers, just for me and Amy. So 3 spoons of mayonnaise should be good enough. Now, I'm going to stress this really importantly, guys. Do not, for any reason, do not add salt. Even if you don't have the health issues and you can have salt, don't. Because if I put salt in those, what's going to happen is that it's going to drag the moisture out. So they're not going to be as crispy. If I put it on the burgers while it's cooking or before, it's going to drag moisture out, and it's not going to give you a good consistency that you really want. You don't want that. I'm going to put a little bit of your favorite barbecue sauce on here. Because, I mean, honestly, who wants ketchup on a burger? I mean, seriously, we're not 10 years old, guys. We want a little sophistication. We want a little good flavor. Now I got French's Sweet Smoky Barbecue Mustard. This is my, hands down, my favorite barbecue sauce. If we run out and Amy doesn't get this immediately after, there's going to be a problem. We need this. Amy likes this a lot, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And I think this is enough for 2 people. I'm only going to make 1 burger. We're going to cook both, but we're only going to make up 1 burger because Amy works graveyards tonight, and I don't think she wants a burger right now.
No.
Yeah, she doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pan here, and I'm just going to get this ready. We're not going to start cooking the actual burger itself until 10 minutes has elapsed on the fries, because we'll have a burger that's ready to be eaten, and no fries to go along with it, kind of waiting, right? So take your moment and just stir this up really good. You can add spice to this. Terre Haute, if you want, you can absolutely add some hot pepper in here. Lady Pink Pearl, I understand that you prefer McDonald's because in your culture making burgers really isn't a big thing. It's not something you understand, or you may not even be comfortable with it. It's super easy. It's as easy as I just showed you. That's an expensive one. If you really just want a burger and you don't want to go through the hassle of what we made from us making our burger, just get some ground beef. I recommend extra lean. Get what you can get, because I don't know what the Philippines has, right? But you just take the ground beef and you just make it in patties, cook it. Here's your sauce, here's the condiments. We're getting some onion, sliced cheese. I don't have any, sliced cheese. It's just cheese from a cheese block. Tomato and pickles. That's pretty much it. You can put other things on, like lettuce if you want. You don't need to have pickles if you don't like pickles, because there are people who don't. And then your fries. This is a really simple, easy meal. Now, one other thing Amy and I want to do before we let you go for now. It's someone's birthday today, somebody really special to us, and we want to make sure we say it. Bjorn, happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
We love you and hope you've had a great day. Wish we could have served this for you, and Amy would have made you a cake. But it is what it is. We're too far away. But anyways, we'll be right back. Again, please hit that like, share, subscribe. And we're back. So here I've got a pan that I've got some extra virgin olive oil in the pan. It's been heating a little bit. I just don't want to throw it in one and start heating it eventually. I got it heating pretty good. So here's our patties that we made earlier. These are pretty thick, so they're pretty good. They're a pretty good size. So what we're going to do is we're going to untrap a spatula from the sink, and that one has to be cleaned again apparently. Not a big deal. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our time and just cook these all the way through. By the time these are done, the fries should be done, and we'll come back and we'll have the buns defrosted, because you should have some brioche buns, are usually the best. But have some 2 buns that you want to have. Amy's going to have one in Tupperware, because again, she's bringing hers to work with her, right?
Yeah.
But just make sure you take your time and cook this all the way through. And I promise you, when you're done eating this, Poul, I can't believe that I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know that burgers could be this good. Especially if you come from a country where the social norm is to eat McDonald's for your burgers. This is just going to be so much better. I promise you. It is going to deliver a much better burger and you're going to enjoy this. Amy is going to have the best meal of her life when she goes to work tonight. And she's going to know exactly why she married the right guy. Me. That's right. So please hit that like, share, subscribe button. I promise you this is what making cooking great's all about. Making cooking great again, guys. We'll be back. So we're back. So here are fries. They're as crispy as I want them. You can turn them, put them in a little longer if you want. Make sure they're what you want.
Yeah.
Right? It's like Burger King. Make it the way you want. I like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sauce on the bottom. Just enough to make a raw coating, not much. Don't need a whole lot. Not making it super saucy, not on the bottom anyways. Alright, so now we're going to take our patty. We got one still cooking and we're going to pay attention to that while it's cooking now, so it's not a big deal. So, take a slice of onion actually, I'm going to put that in the bottom. Then I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to take my cheese. One tomato. And you know what? I think I'm only really going to have room for one pickle.
Yeah.
That's all you really need anyways. I'm going to make this pretty saucy on the top. Amy's going to take a container and take the rest of that.
Yeah. That'll be good.
I'm going to put that down here. And this, guys, is your homemade burger.
Steak burger.
Steak burger. And you could have used roast, you could have used pork tenderloin, pork chops. You could use whatever you want. It's not that hard. Put a little bit of fries on there, a little bit of ketchup on the fries. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, guys, this is what making cooking great again is all about. You may have to run and get some buns.
We had them though.
We had them. If you didn't have pickles, it's not the biggest loss. It really isn't. You don't have to have them.
You can make your own though too.
You can make your own. Cheese, you don't have to have it. A lot of the sauce you probably already have. You probably have meat in your deep freeze. You have potatoes, which makes it really easy. And if you don't have them, well, why don't you? Like, seriously, like some things. Pick up a bag of potatoes. They're pretty cheap. You can use them for a lot of things. So that's pretty much it, guys. We really appreciate you. Please hit that like, share, subscribe. It really means a lot to us. One subscribe, one like from you helps somebody else figure out how to do something a little bit better and easier for themselves. Have a great day.